Guys, last week I apologise for not answering this question because I thought it'd make a good video. One of you guys got in my comments and asked me what's my favourite sort of 10 or what do I look for in a 10. And that's very subjective, man. I mean, there's all different varieties of 10s. There's the pure 10s, the Ozil types that are playmakers and purists. There's the 10s that are a bit of a hybrid. They'll get goals and assists like Mata. Obviously, he's not playing as a 10 right now, but those of you who are intelligent enough to know football understand the man is a 10 and he's not a winger. Yeah, man. There's guys like Kevin De Bruyne that it doesn't matter what system they'll just fit in and hit the ground running. That's probably my type. There's 10s that are great out wide as well. Like if I'm honest, Mkhitaryan's a 10 in my book. Mata the same can be said for him. Di Maria's a 10 in my book. I prefer him to play on the right wing, but he is a 10 in my book. James Rodriguez the same. Kevin De Bruyne, that I've just mentioned, it falls into him as well. So there is all sorts of different 10s. When I say 10, guys, it's just for me anything with the creative hub somewhat a 10. And while we're on that, there's centre mids that can play as 10s. They might not excel there, but they can actually play as 10s. And if they can play between playing in the 10 role or being centre mids that are somewhat creative hubs. You look at Pogba. People say Pogba's a 10. He's not, but he is the creative hub. Cesc Fabregas, if he played for my team, he will play the 10 role, but he can play centre mid and dictate play. Do you get it? There's all different sorts of 10s. Like there's hybrid 10s. There's like Iniesta 10s. There's Messi 10s. I mean, Messi's a number 9, a false 9, a 10, a winger. He's all of it. But there's you can even class Neymar because he goes into central positions. Dybala, yes, he's got an excellent goal scoring record, but what do you typically see him? And if you watched the game yesterday against Barcelona, he was very deep, putting in the shift, creative hub. Like I actually believe Dybala could have a future as a false 9 / support striker. To be honest, like I said, there's guys that are centre mids that aren't really that could play centre mid as well as 10. I said Pogba and Cesc already, but there's also Nasri. He could actually fall into those who can play out wide as well. I personally believe Ousmane Dembele, that plays for Barcelona, would have no problems playing in the 10 role. David Silva don't play there anymore, but he's there. Wilshere as well. There's all different sorts, but my type, I like pure 10s, but for me, if you're going to get a pure 10 like Ozil, unlike what Wenger did, for me, if you're going to sign them, you need the two, no, I don't want to say powerful, but powerful midfielders side by side. You need to have 10 other, well, 9 because of the keeper, people that are going to run, not shy away from the defensive task. I'm not speaking about Ozil with that because if you check the stats, he runs the most, but it's more like, let's just link Perez. Perez wasn't a 10, but yeah, on the basis that Wenger knew if he signed Perez, he needed 10 other workers. That's the sort of thing I need to see for Ozil to thrive. I need someone that can build to allow him to stay in positions further up the pitch, and I need someone that's going to break down play, so I don't need to require him to do that because he does it, but that's not him. I would just need him to roam. I get that, but for me, it's the Kevin De Bruyne types, to be honest. I mean, Ozil, I'm being silly on Ozil to a degree because he can fit in any system, but for me, Kevin De Bruyne, don't really need to change the system for him. Can play centre mid and be a creative hub. Can play as a 10. He's gonna get goals and assists, so he falls under one of the previous sorts of 10s I've mentioned. That's probably my 10, to be honest with you guys. The Kevin De Bruyne types, the guys that you can no matter what system, what formation, they're gonna be there. That's it. But I also have love for Ozil and these sort of players in their pure 10s and matters that are gonna get goals and assists playing in the 10 role and Mkhitaryan and things like that. Even Di Maria, even on the flanks or whatever. Like I said, those of you who know football know what I mean by the creative hub, the 10. Yes, people are playing out wide, people playing in other positions. Yeah. If I had to, Cesc would be a 10 for me. He played centre mid, he's made a career of that. But for me, the man's a 10. He's had to learn how to defend because of playing for Barcelona and Chelsea. But he doesn't really want to defend. How many times at Arsenal did you see him go out? He didn't shy away from defensive duty. He did it, but that weren't him. So yeah, I hope that answers it, to be honest with you. I know football's very tribal and people swear you can only do this and that and players can only play here and there, and if he's a 10, he's not a winger, and if he's a winger, he's not a 10. But if we just use our common sense, those of you understand what I'm talking about, we'll get that. So yeah, to answer the question, that's my favourite sort of number 10, or the number 10 I would have if I had a team, would be Kevin De Bruyne. Because you don't really have to change the team up too tough for him, if you get what I mean. Where you've seen for Ozil, things had to change. For Cesc to work, it didn't work with Vieira, but it worked with Gilberto Silva, so things had to happen. You get what I mean? Guys, the Ludaguna, I'm signing out. Of course, thank you for watching. It means a lot. All your positive messages mean a lot. We're going to take this thing far. Forget everybody else. Forget all of these other guys that are shouting and people that are copying my videos and all these fanboys. They're nothing. They will fade away. Thank you for being authentic. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for always being there, man. I love you guys, man. Guys, the Ludaguna, I'm out.